In last horizon of astrology, I am your estimate, and today we are going to speak Astromaster U K Jha on aphorism 1. Astromaster, as you have depicted regarding foundation of life embedded in the first house of a native's horoscope. So how do you describe this, that the karma and rebirth is connected or embedded into the ascendant? Astromaster.
Let us begin here with the first aphorism of the Bhav Sindhu related to the first house, that is Lagna or the ascendant. This book Bhav Sindhu contains the combinations appertaining to the 12th different houses of the horoscope, and here we are going to commence our discussion with the first house. Here is an aphorism that goes like, जन्म चक्र में लग्न भाव ही कर्म फलों का है आधार। जन्म चक्र में लग्न भाव ही कर्म फलों का है आधार। इसके बल और शुभ गुणों से जीवन रहता कभी न भार। The meaning of this aphorism is, the first house, that is Lagna or the ascendant, is the foundation for the results of previous deeds of the natives that has to be experienced in the current life. And if this house is strong and well disposed in the birth map, the life never appears to be a burden for the native concerned. Now let us see why and on which basis a particular result has been stated in this aphorism. As a matter of fact, in this aphorism, the importance of Lagna has been pronounced in very clear terms. Lagna, as everybody knows, is the most important house in any nativity. It is most important because it is both an angle and a trine. That's why the Lord of Lagna in each horoscope becomes or works like an Yoga Karaka. All the delineations are made along the axis of the Lagna only. Birth in a particular Lagna at a particular degree is no coincidence. In fact, it is meticulously worked out plan that is put into implementation infallibly by the nature, and all its processes are governed by the previous karmic ruts of the native himself. So whatever we are experiencing in this life is only the result of the deeds of our previous births. That's why our destiny is nothing but the fruits of the actions done in the past birth. See, our every action is like a seed, and these actions, like seeds, go into the womb of time. It then further fecundates over a particular period of time. So all the actions that go into the womb of time as a seed, it remains there in dormant condition, awaiting for an opportune moment for its fecundation. It may be noted that nature has monopoly over the over the period of fecundation of any seed, and nobody, nothing, no force can interfere into this monopoly of the nature. This can be understood from a simple fact. Suppose we sow a seed of pumpkin. It will sprout forth, the creeper will start growing, and within a month or so, the fruits will come, the vegetable will come, we can enjoy it, we can distribute it, we can sell it, and after say 2 months or 3 months, the creeper will die, it will dry up. There is no procedure by which we can prolong its continuity for a period, say, of 2 years, 3 years or 4 years like that. Nature will not permit us to do that. Similarly, if we sow a seed of banyan tree and wish to sit under its shadow after 1 month or 2 months, as we had gained the fruits in the case of pumpkin, then that is simply not possible, because there is no process that can enable the sapling of the banyan tree to grow into a huge tree within 2-3 months. It will take few years for it to grow to the size so that it can provide shadow for someone who can sit under it. There is no method, no procedure, no power which can enhance this process. This depicts the monopoly of nature over the process of fecundation of seed and growth of a thing. In fact, this applies in life also. We cannot enhance the process. A child has to grow in its own natural way. You cannot make the child, or you cannot augment the process of growth and make a child become adult within a period of 5 years or at the age of 7 years. Actually, what I mean to say that different types of actions are different kinds of seeds, and the time of fecundation is determined by the nature on the basis of the quality of the seeds, that is the karmic runnels of the native himself. As I have said earlier, the fecundation time and the rate of growth for different types of seeds are different. So if we are doing something which goes as a seed in the womb of time, and its fecundation period is, say, 300 years, then this body cannot continue for such a duration. And we cannot experience the results of those actions, be it good or bad, because the body will decay. So to experience the fruits of those actions, we shall have to come again in another body to experience that fruit. And when we experience that fruit, that is called the fate or the luck or destiny. So all that we are experiencing today is basically the results of those actions that we have done in our previous birth or over a series of births. Because of these residual karmas, the soul has to take birth. And the actions of a series of previous births, when come or get arrayed in such a way in cosmic field, that their time of fecundation becomes sequential, the birth becomes you can say appropriate that time. Soul has to enter into some body, enter into some womb, depending on those actions, the parents, the environment, the circumstances, and the types of and the conditions within which a particular type of action will be experienced so as to work out those karmas. These things are no coincidence, these are well engineered things. As such, birth is a very important event in the life of everybody. And the time for birth, as well as the sign that rises on the horizon, and the degree of that sign, when the birth actually takes place, becomes very important in astrology. And that's why the emphasis is always laid down to have the birth time accurately. The accuracy of the birth time becomes important. Now it is a different thing that another set of consumerism has started in the field of astrology on the name of birth time rectification. And people are applying lots of things for doing that thing, and all that is only their, I will call it a talent of trade in the market of astrology. I am not denying that birth time rectification is not required. It was being done even in past, and in the olden texts there are many methods given that has to be tested, tried and implemented. Exhaustive work has not been done on this front, and now whatever we are doing in the name of BTR is all dependent on the wish of the God and the talent of the man who is marketing himself in the arena of astrology. That's all I can say. Coming back to the condition, through this aphorism, I can only say that Lagna carries all the potentialities for the set of events likely to come to pass during the currency of life of the native. Because the birth has taken place only for experiencing those things. And in this process, the nature has not seized our free will. So we are also free to take decisions and do some actions. And we will have to remain cautious as to what type of action we are doing, because that will go as a seed in the womb of time and will have to experience its good or bad result once the time for fructification of that seed comes and its result occurs in our this life or in another life. The effects, these effects that come to pass to us as an event in our life are all studied along the axis of Lagna. If the Lagna is auspiciously disposed and strong in the horoscope, the native would enjoy the life, and it will never appear to him that he is living a burdensome or a troublesome life. That means he will live a trouble-free and anxiety-less life. I would correct myself here. It is not possible to have a completely trouble-free or absolutely anxiety-less life so long we remain here in our terrestrial sojourn in embodied form. But when the Lagna is strong and well disposed, it only indicates that our previous deeds or actions were not that much bad. As such, the events that will come to pass in this life, or the troubles that we'll face, or the anxieties that we'll encounter, will really not be that much, penetrating so as to drive us to the condition to start thinking that the life has become hell. So those are really fortunate guys who have a strong Lagna and well-disposed Lagna Lord in their horoscope, because a strong and well-disposed Lagna and its Lord also carries the guarantee for a comfortable and happy life where the hassles are less and happiness is more. That is the importance, that is the import of the results told in this aphorism. And as I said in the beginning, that here the pristine principle that has been applied for formulation of this yoga is that a well-disposed, a strong Lagna and Lagna Lord makes the going easy for the native during the currency of his life. That's all.